once you're in your PowerTeacher Pro gradebook and you need to create an assignment, you are going to go here to create assignment. Again, we don't want to enter standards directly in over here. We want to create it through an assignment. And so you are going to first name your assignment. Then you're going to select either practice or summative. You're going to say when it's due. You also want to assign it to the classes. And for traditional grade options, this is where we definitely want to say collected only. We want to leave this unselected here. And then here, if it's a formative assessment and you want to make sure students do it, you can write formative here. Another suggestion from teachers who've been doing this for a while is that you also write it here. So once you've done that, this is this traditional side of the gradebook. Then you're going to go to the standard side of the gradebook. And this is where you can scroll down and see all of your standards. We'll say this one is writing an evidence-based paragraph. And you can choose whether or not you want it to count in the grade. So the one on the left is just selecting the standard, this checkbox on the left. But the one on the right is whether you want it to count in grade. And that is up to teacher discretion, whether you want that to count towards the tally of the standard determination. It doesn't actually count in the traditional grade at all, because there is no traditional grade. So do that and hit save and close. That will create your assignment. When you click on your assignment, you will see here is where I'm just going to do collected, and then I will fill down if most of my students have turned it in. And then I can go through just for students who haven't turned it in, and I could say it's missing, it's missing. This person, I could say it's incomplete. You'll notice that if it's missing, it changes the collected to missing. But if it's incomplete, it will say collected and incomplete. So that might indicate to someone that, the teacher has it, but that it's not quite finished yet. Then if I click here on this is the standard. I can hover over this to see which standard it is. So this is evidence-based paragraph. With this, I know most of my students are achieving, so I might want to fill in achieving down. The other great thing that you can do, which Aubrey let us know in the faculty meeting, is that if you know who has already, okay, so I said this kid is missing and this kid is missing, and I know that I had 3 developings, and there are these 3 kids. And I know I had 1 beginning and everybody else was achieving, then I can hit achieving and fill down, and it will fill in everywhere that I hadn't already filled, so it doesn't override those. That's nice. If I want to write any comments to students, if I want to write comments to students, I can put them here on the traditional side. And that way they'll show up to comments to parents and to students. And these comments on an assignment will not show up on the proficiency report. So I'm going to X out of here. This is where you would click Save Scores. And now all of these are saved for these students.